keeps me inside. Show me a space lost in the cyber maze where the data has no trace. To feel pure signal on my screen, but I find the noise and clutter in this endless stream where each viral post is a plea for fame, where the data has no trace, where the data has no trace. We're still sharing and hiding the self. Hiding the self can cut through the noise. If I link up with you, there's no other way.
Hey, Patty, Hannah.
Hey, Patty, Hannah.
The network's a flood and our signal turns to dust. We're spammed and controlled by the feed we connect and trust. Your voice is a whisper in the bandwidth where the data has no trace, where the data has no trace. We're still sharing and hiding the selves. Hiding the self can cut through the noise. If I link up with you, there's no other way through. If I link up with you, there's no other way through. Where the data has no trace. Where the data has no trace. Can cut through the noise. If I link up with you, there's no
Good
way
evening, everybody, and
through.
welcome to Blood Moon Wrestling Federation's Lifeblood episode for the week. I'm your host, Crushing Kelly Black. Alongside me, Chaos Reaper, Atticus Black.
Okay.
Tonight's episode will be the only one for the week. We'll start off fresh next week, Monday. This is what we got in store for you all tonight. We have Jen Richards taking on Alexander Richards in Pins Up KO, one fall to a finish. Welcome to the stream, Clinton.
Hey, Clinton.
Hashtag Jokercution. What the hell? Anywho. Next up, in the Underground, 2 out of 3. Azrael Black taking on Matt Storm. Leon Young taking on Max Blaylock. Pin sub KO, one fall to a finish.
If we're going to be having a Cushion for anyone, we're in the Jose Cushion era right now.
Pretty much. Next up, triple threat submission elimination. Jeff Matthews, Joshua Utaker, and Angelina Matthews. Next up, triple threat elimination knockout this time. Killian Utaker, Demonia Nightwalker, and Jesse Jackhammer. Next up, 2 out of 3 tables, Jose Blanco taking on Brandon Cuevas. Triple threat elimination, pin only this time. Sunshine Marigold, Mrs. Utaker, and Melina Black. 2 out of 3 pin submission Extreme Rules. Isabella taking on Kasara Utaker. And our main event inside Hell in a Cell, triple threat, 30-minute Iron Man between Colton Richards, Riker Lancaster, and Paul Utaker. Starting us off, Jen versus Alexander.
Oh shit, I just remembered something. How I had you book Andromeda versus Jose for that 7 stages of hell. Remember, Lita is still waiting on her 7 stages of hell matches versus Lilith that she put in a while ago. So.
Yeah, I thought we were doing it on your channel, but I guess not.
Kinda can't right now.
Have to figure something out.
You look to...
I will in a second. Coming out at 5'10", weighing 141 pounds, from Nashville, Tennessee, Jen Richards. Coming out next, at 5'7", weighing 205 pounds, from Houston, Texas, Alexander Richards.
Here I am, staring off in the distance, wondering if I finally got away from this. Looking back, there's nothing left for me. Open my eyes so I can finally see that you're standing in my way. I could break these chains any other day. Come from push back and you will hit the ground. Gotta find a way to turn this life around. I don't wanna be the
Jen with an immediate takedown into a pin attempt. Alexander biting out. Multiple knee lifts, dropping Alexander. Cover by Alexander, kick out by Jen. Another one of those situations where I had yet to have these two go one-on-one. Cobra clutch applied on Alexander. Alexander with the elbow shots to the face. Both proud members of said Dragon family. Been a restructuring of power lately for the Dragon family. Jen sending Alexander into the ropes, lifts him up. Reversal. Shoving down Jen, working on the arm. Uppercut to the face on Jen. Alexander exiting the ring as she gets on the ring apron. Both end up back into the ring. Series of strikes to the face. Jen sent back on the ring apron, shot to the face. But Jen fights her way back into the match, stuns him over the top rope. Alexander with the barbed wire bat cracks it over Jen's head and goes for an immediate cover. Kick out. Jen comes firing back with a combination of strikes to the face, blocked by Alexander. Fisherman Buster into a pin. Kick out at 2 by Jen. Alexander brings her back to her feet, but she fires back the dragon screw leg whip. Gets back into the ring. And that dive did not end up on anybody. She hit hard on the floor. Superwoman punch to the face. Now just basically raining the right hands. Lifts Alexander up. Knee shot to the face into the cover. And I don't know why the referee was just taking his sweet time in between making the count. I highly doubt that he was knocked out for whatever reason. Otherwise, either that or he's just not paying much attention or under some influence. Jen with a big knee lift into the midsection on Alexander, drops him face first onto the knee. Beats an up kick to the face, trying to continue the assault. Alexander was thinking high risk. Turns around as she gets back into the ring and double axe handle. Drops Jen onto her face into the cover. Kick out at 2. Fisherman Buster inside the ring on Jen. Alexander, looking for a weapon, finds the traffic cone, heads on in, and Jen heads on out to look for a weapon of her own. Traffic cone beating Janice in this matchup, and Jen gets cracked face first on it. Knee drop by Alexander. Again, going for that Fisherman Buster. Drives her into the floor. Clothesline on Jen. I say the last name Richards, but they both have the same damn last name, and I'd have to just be more specific on who I'm talking about. Flying elbow drop to Jen. Brings her back to her feet. Sets her up. Oh, nice block by Jen into a roll-up. Reversal. Reversal again. Kick out at 1. Neither successful. Claymore by Jen into the cover. Kick out at 2. Alexander not saying die. Kick in the midsection. Jen with the cutter. And that is it. Your winner of the matchup, Jen Richards. Richards on Richards violence. Okay, Clinton. Next up, Azio Black taking on Matt Storm in 2 out of 3 falls in the underground. Coming out first. At 5'10", weighing 275 pounds, from Omaha, Nebraska, the Merciless, Azio Black.
The shot that takes you down. Out of time, so say goodbye. What is yours now is mine. And I dream broken dreams. I make them come true. I make them for you. I make them for you. Almost to the mountaintop, you slip and fall just like a stone, rolling ever faster to.
And our next competitor, at 6'2", weighing 228 pounds, from Nashville, Tennessee, Matt Storm. Hey, Joker.
Hey, Joe, what's going on?
Welcome to the stream, Kasara.
Hey, Sarah.
You will be on the card tonight in the match just before our main event. You're taking on Isabella. Yeah. Storm, with a burst of energy, starting off, dropping on Azrael right in the right hands. And I decided that the announcer in the ring didn't need to have too much TV time, so it's pretty simple. Inside the underground, 2 out of 3 falls, pin submission. That's all you really need to know. Spear by Storm on Azrael. Up kick to the face. Boot to the chest by Azrael. Sets him up. Kick to the spine. Hey, Lena, welcome to the stream.
Hey, Lena.
I know we were talking privately a little while ago, but I had to go live, so I will get back to our conversation after the show. And Lena basically cracked Joker in the shin with one of her high-heeled boots. I guess on behalf of her Uncle Clinton. Azrael with the cover on Storm. Kick out. Storm firing back with another spear. Marcus and Angela Corbin, welcome to the stream, y'all. Storm telling Azrael to get back to his feet. Scoops him up. Drops him onto the back of his head. Azrael able to get out of the way of that elbow drop. Strike to the face. Azrael with a Storm up on his shoulders. Knee shot to the face into the cover. Kick out at 2. And apparently Angelina getting the nod from Clinton that she did a good job, I guess, with that kick to Joker. Storm grabbing the arms and bouncing Azrael's head like a basketball. Now going to the floor. What's he? Oh, looking for another weapon. What is he gonna find? Going for the steel chair this time. And as he was swinging, Azrael was on his way out. Then came back in and looked like he had a different weapon in mind. And dude, y'all make up your mind whether you're gonna be in or out of the ring. It's like cat and mouse here. Crack to the head with a steel chair cover. Azrael to kick out at 2. Both fighting on the outside. Storm lifts up Azrael. Razor's edge dropping Azrael onto his head. Whipping Azrael firing back though, whipping Storm into the barricade. Drop kick to the face. Storm back on his feet. Shot to the face on Azrael. Set up into an AA. Slamming down. But Azrael kicking out at the 2 count. Floors. Storm trying to bring in some offense. Azrael sliding drop kick to the face. Storm with a series of strikes to the face and midsection. Impaler on Azrael into the cover. First fall in Storm's favor. Asriel with the knee shot to the face, goes through the cover, trying to tie it up. And he does. Next ball wins it. Asriel missing on that knee shot. Storm with a takedown, raining the right hands on Asriel. Now just putting the boots to the chest, stomping a mud hole. Pop-up cutter onto Asriel. Storm not going for the pin just yet. Probably should have got cracked in the mouth with that elbow strike. Sends Storm across the floor. The Storm comes firing back with a series of body shots. Backbreaker over the knee. Kept up by Asriel though. Shot to the face. Grab from behind. Elbow in return. Has Storm up. Knee shot to the face into the cover. And that is it. Your winner is Asriel Black. Congratulations to Asriel. Next up, pin sub KO, one fall to a finish. Leon Young taking on Max Blaylock.
So much better than you know yourself. See the ones that won't engage me are the same trying to cage me, but I can't sit still or I won't be tamed when the lights go out. But I know you're out.
Coming out first, step 5 for the 11 weight, 195 pounds from Chicago, Illinois, Leon Young.
I dance with the devil till there's no songs left. So do you see me? Do you see what I've become? I'm not the same beast, no. I'll leave a scar on all I touch.
Hey, Kyle. Yep, your boy is taking on Max Blaylock right now. Kasara, much respect to Max, but we got our man Leon Young.
You better pray a safe card. And we'll dance with the devil till there's no songs left. To keep me cool and not let this hate win.
And his opponent, at 5'11", weighing 200 pounds, from Gun City, Texas, the modern-day gunslinger, Max Blaylock. A member of the Death Ride in singles action tonight. cute exchange, of course, between Leon and Kasara. Leon dropping Max face first under the knee, stomp to the knee of Max Blaylock. After this matchup, triple threat, submission only, elimination. Jeff Matthews, Joshua Utaker, and Angelita Matthews. Yeah, it's gonna probably be a lot of family for the win with some of these matches. Max with a takedown on Leon. Doesn't continue. He just decides to go up top. Misses. Just but able to land okay on the floor. Leon with a kick to the midsection. Whips Max onto the face first onto the floor. Chop to the chest. But nice judo throw by Blaylock. Series of shots from Leon. Max having to take a breather over the by the barricade. And Leon just chucks Janice right across the floor, but it's short of the mark on Max. Leon going for the cover. Kick out at 1. Max sent across the floor, gut burst into those steel steps. Leon sees Max coming towards him, cracks him one with in the midsection with that sledgehammer. Max firing back with a roll up, but Leon able to kick out. Max taking the action back into the ring and shot to the back as Leon returns to the ring. Gets a shot to the face. German suplex, ripcord, lariat combination from Leon. Springboard by Max into the tornado DDT. And some time ago, Max ended up getting a one-on-one with Kasara Utaker. Thought it would be a fun match. And that was definitely quite the back and forth to see. Now Leon getting his chance to go one-on-one with Max Blaylock. Standing Spanish fly by Leon. Super kick to the face of Leon, then the stomp to the leg. Max getting fired up, telling Leon to get to his feet. Lifts him up. Drops and throat bursts onto the top rope. Action taken to the outside. Claymore kick to the face. Max not able to utilize that sledgehammer. Kick out at 2. This is one fall to a finish. Pin, sub, and knockout involved. Max sent across the floor. Gut burst into those steps. Leon going high risk. Waiting for Max to get back to his feet. And that aerial maneuver able to get the knockout on Max Blaylock. Your winner is Leon Young. Congratulations to Leon. And his dad, Kyle, happy as a clam seeing his son get the win. Congratulations. And of course, Kasara going hog wild. Seeing him win. Next up, triple threat submission only elimination. Jeff Matthews, Joshua Utaker, and Alita Matthews. Lita having to be in the... It's not completely blue yet, so... Lita having to be in the triple threat with her husband and her brother. So that should be fun. Sorry, going family for the win. Rightfully so. Coming up first, at 6'3", 240 pounds, from Fairfield, Connecticut, Jeff Matthews.
Why is the wrong song?
On Cracker Island it was born to the collective of the dawn.
Take one.
They were planting seeds at night to grow a made up paradise
Hey, you don't even need
where the truth was not attuned and its sadness I consumed into my formats every day.
Here.
In the end I had to pay. In the end
Coming out at 5'8", weighing 200 pounds, from Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico, Joshua Utaker.
I have it set there because literally all you have to do if you just leave it there is just click the button to go to the next song. You don't need to move anything. Okay.
Coming out at 5'7", weighing 150 pounds, from Fairfield, Connecticut, the Sinister Phenom, Angelina Matthews.
So when it's all written in stone, I wanna know my bones that I push myself to the limit, dance on the high wire. I ain't got time to regret. Now bring a
Yes, you may, Clinton. You may promote.
Living like I got a death wish.
Drop kick to Lita from Joshua. Turns his attention to jab. Grab from behind. Shot to the back on Lita by jab. She's able to reverse that Irish whip. Going right away for a submission on Jab, but he gets her with a stunner to fight free. Joshua was swinging around that barbed wire bat, got dumped onto his head by a jab. Headlock takeover by Lita. Wrenching on the head and neck of Jab. Joshua missing on that springboard dropkick aimed at Lita. Back up. Lita sent onto the ring apron. Joshua turns his attention back to Jab. Whatever Jab had in mind, he did not connect with it. Springboard moonsault onto Jab. Jab having to roll out down to Lita and Joshua. Okay. Clinton will be returning for another episode of DAFL, his digital football league. And my team's going to be in action for that episode. I got myself running the Bengals this year. Joshua driving Jeff's knee into the mat. Nice takedown with that head scissors. Lita grabbing Joshua, up kicks to the face. Shoulder breaker onto Jeff. Not able to continue any further offense. Joshua gets his arm wound up and dropped onto the mat. Jeff coming in with Janice as Joshua had dropped Lita, goes after Jeff. Nice takedown. So definitely, anybody into the digital football leagues, definitely pay attention to Clinton's stream as of tomorrow. Jeff with the tilt-a-roll armbar. Lita able to shake him off. And Joshua with the German suplex onto Jeff as Lita was aiming at whom I have no idea. That springboard coffin drop gets dropped with the rack attack by Joshua. The arm, but Lita comes firing back with that night shot that's in the face. Going for the Cobra clutch. Wrench back on the head and neck of Joshua. Not going down just yet. Bites her off with his elbow shots. Leaping knee strike from Jeff. Dropping Joshua, turns his attention to his wife. Trying to tee off with Janice. Lita firing back with that springboard elbow shot. Turns her attention back to her brother. Raining the right hands. Like I said before, a lot of matches end up being family for the win because a lot of family having to go against family. Light 2 busts over the head of Joshua as Jeff was trying to get some offense on Lita. And she gets whipped across the floor. Lita lifts Jeff up. Knee shot to the face. Does not go for a submission just yet. Heads Joshua's way upwards and knee shot to the face as he's coming around with the light tube. Working on the leg. Definitely sound strategy. Joshua being one of the high flyers in this matchup. It always needs all that leg strength in order to be doing the flippy shit, as some people call it. Lita comes back out of the ring with Janice, chucks it at her brother Joshua's head and direct hit. Turns her attention to Jeff. Wrap around the midsection, ripcord shot to the face. Up kick to the face from Joshua as she can try to continue the offense. Blocked by Joshua, shot to the face. Lita sent flying across the floor. Joshua turned his attention to Jeff. Blocked by Jeff. Knee shot, drop in Joshua, turns his attention to Lita. Whips her onto her face. Perfect weapon kick onto Angelita. But does not think it's... just decide to go do one on Jeff too. On Joshua too. Not thinking it's time to go for a submission just yet, I guess. Knee shot to the face from Angelita. Grabs Janice. Knocked out of hand by Joshua. And sent her towards the ring apron. Payback and gut burst into the steel steps for Joshua. Now Lita ends up gut first thanks to Jeff. Lita going after Joshua. Back kick to the face. Scoop slam onto Jeff. Jeff sent across the floor. Lita has Joshua by the scruff of the neck, face first onto the ring apron. And Joshua doing a little shimmy after taking down Lita for a moment there. Sends her across the floor. Jeff had the steel steps in hand. They were going to land on Lita. Roll through into the double foot stomp to the chest on Lita. Jeff then turns his attention to Joshua. Gets dropped onto his back. Joshua walking around with them steel steps. Kick to the midsection from Lita. And those steps are getting in the way of, I guess, anything much going on between Lita and Joshua. Jeff gets clotheslined from behind by Joshua. Lita with the lockup. Sends Joshua across the floor and gets cracked in the back with the traffic cone by Jeff. As long as he doesn't use it in a different way, I don't think Lita will be super pissed. Joshua whipped onto his face by Jeff. Series of kicks, ending with a discus shot to the face on Lita. Lita sends him into the barricade, turns her attention to Joshua, sends him into the ring apron. Hip toss on Jeff. Lita turns her attention to Joshua, eats a kick to the midsection. Joshua taken down by Jep. Jep doesn't go for a submission for some reason. Scoop slam onto Lita. I don't know if he's just playing the long game in order to attempt a submission. Perfect weapon kick onto Joshua. Now walking around with them steel steps. He's just following Lita around. And steel steps beat Janice. Traffic coming to the midsection on Jap. Joshua, oh, jeez. And I'm gonna Jeff Matthews with the traffic cone. So, yeah, and then I think at some point he landed on those damn steel steps. Yeah, he's gonna be feeling that. Take down into a double foot stomp on Lita by Jeff. Knocks the steel steps out of hand of Joshua. Then stomp onto Joshua by Jeff. Lita sent across the floor by Jeff. Then slammed onto his back by Joshua. Lita with the wrist control. Eats a shot to the face. Sling blade onto Lita. Oh God, Emma. Woohoo, Cornholio. Barbed wire bat to the head of Lita, then chucks it at Joshua. Jeff eyeballing Lita. Cross Matthews. And not going for the submission.
What's up?
I need to check something. Yep, that's the way it's supposed to be. I guess they're just taking their sweet time and going for a submission. Jeff up top. Able to land on his feet, but missing Joshua. Joshua able to grab him up and drop him with the rack attack. Drops Lita onto her back. Guess three knowing each other, knowing it's not exactly enough damage in order to apply a submission. Knee drop to the back of the head of Lita. Joshua with the stomp. Jeff with a trash can. Knocked out of hand. Super kick to the face. Joshua grabs that trash can. Slams it onto Jeff. Roundhouse to the face on Joshua. Comes running with the sledgehammer. Knocked out of hand by Jeff. Shot to the face. Elbow in return. Has Jeff up. Lita with the knee shot. Then gets dropped with that sling blade. And a little shimmy from Joshua, of course. Then the stomp on Lita. Joshua sent towards the barricade. Lita slammed face first onto that trash can by Joshua. And he's doing another shimmy over it. Okay. Guess I don't know if that's something to celebrate, but okay. Rake of the back. Joshua dropped onto his face on the concrete. Jeff was dropped onto that rampway and Lita teeing off with the sledgehammer. Jeff the shot to the midsection on Lita. Sends her across the floor. Jeff sent back into the ring. Lita follows, as does Joshua. Kick to the midsection. Lifts up Lita. Package pile driver into the center of the ring. Stop the arm. Cobra clutch applied to Lita. Lita prying the fingers apart, shimmies out the back and trips up Joshua. Jeff with a moonsault, not exactly connecting. Lita fighting off Jeff. Gets set towards the ropes, able to reverse. Has him up against the ropes, clobbering the chest of Jeff Matthews. Yeah. Sent to the ropes, dropped with a leg lariat by Joshua. Goes up top. Splash onto Lita. What does he have in mind now? He's beckoning Lita to get back to her feet as Jeff's walking around on the outside. Knee shot to the face. Jeff tossing the trash can in the ring as Joshua with the Cobra clutch. And it's down to Jeff and Joshua. Well, at least it wasn't a quick elimination. We can at least be happy about that one. Jeff inside the ring talking trash, trying to get Joshua back into the ring. Decides to go over the top rope and land on him on the outside. Punch to the midsection. Jeff raining the right hands to the face. Jeff has him up. Slams him onto his back. Goes in the ring to go grab the trash can. Changes his mind. Giving Joshua ample time to recover. Drops onto him with a leg drop. Joshua gets back to his feet. Kick in the midsection. Has him up. Gory style torture rack. And that is it. With both eliminations, your winner is Joshua Utaker. Congratulations to Joshua Utaker. Up next, KO elimination this time. Killian Utaker, Demonia Nightwalker, and Jesse Jackhammer. Kasara. Coming out first, at 6'6", 228 pounds, from the outer circle of hell, Juliet Newtaker.
Mind is racing, heart is pacing, everything I wanna taste it, I embrace it. Gotta have the patience, dedication, never leave a moment wasted, chasing greatness. I think it's kinda funny that they slept on me. Here's a couple things they should know about me. No plan B, just a one-way ticket. This is what it takes, that's the difference. I've been waiting for this all my life. It's my time,
In that word, sorry, this is first is not him, Benjamin.
Look at all the valleys that I made it through. You're looking at somebody with too much to lose. The sacrifice is made every day. It's the price I pay. Eyes on the prize, yeah, this is what it takes. Eyes on the prize when it's made go. This is what it takes. Eyes on the prize, yeah, this is what it takes. This is what it takes. The way I play, it's calculated. Gonna take the game and change it. Fuck the haters. Turn the blood and sweat and tears to gold. When you break the mold and get results, here we go. I've been waiting for this all my life. It's my time, I never hesitate. I take down, stand my ground. Look at all the valleys that I made it through. You're looking at somebody with too much to lose. The sacrifice is made every day. It's the price I pay.
And now for our next competitor. Come out at 6 feet, 150 pounds, from Dublin, Ireland, the Mountain Nightwalker.
I'm dead awoken and I'm faded out of breath. Life falls to gray, hope of the hopeless, and I pray without a prayer. Cut my cover out in the hollow between you. Find the venom in me. Rip my world apart. In the sorrow beneath you, find the devil in me. Stay forever in the light. I awaken all your eyes. I still hear the call of life. I'm taken by the tide. Life falls to gray, hope of the hopeless, and now only costs remain. Tear my head apart. A broken life has left me blind apart.
And our final competitor. Coming out at 6'5", weighing 275 pounds, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the Canadian Nightmare, Jesse Jackhammer. This time it's knockout elimination. After this will be Jose Blanco taking on Brandon Cuevas in a 2 out of 3 table match. Then, after that, Sunshine Marigold, Mrs. Newtaker, and Melina Black in a pin-only triple threat elimination. Coming up. All three competitors are ready. Killian going right after Jesse. Then the springboard tornado DDT turns his attention to pneumonia. Multiple knee lifts to the midsection. Jesse, I think it was a springboard cutter he was going for. Didn't get much, but was able to knock down Killian. Jesse going after pneumonia. As she counters with those knee strikes. Having to roll out after a drop kick by Killian. Pneumonia at the back, chop block to the knee on Killian. Shot to the midsection, chops to the chest. Killian's got pneumonia by the hair. Stuns her. Then a shoulder tackle from pneumonia, knocking Killian off the ring apron. Turns her attention to Jesse and sends him into the ring apron. Pneumonia sent back into the ring by Killian. He follows on in. Handed by the scruff of the neck. Jesse trying to tee off with Janice. Springboard splash onto Killian. Kick to the face on pneumonia. Jesse setting up. Reversing the ropes. And that elbow drop not connecting. Pneumonia's had it well scouted and got out of the way. Gets sent flying out of the ring by Killian. Killian taken down with his legs hooked. Jesse with the stomp. Sending him face first into the mat. Submission applied, but it's all about the knockout. Plus, I doubt that there's gonna any enough damage so far to pass out from any pain right now. Jesse with the leg capture suplex onto pneumonia turns his attention to Killian. Killian with the shot to the midsection. Scoop slam by Killian. No doubt in my mind, if Mason was somewhere in the arena rooting on pneumonia, probably saying, "Sorry, Uncle Killian, but yeah, my wife for the win. I don't want to sleep on the couch." As pneumonia with the light tube over the head of Jesse, and now posing with her foot on the back. Just this shot to the face on Jesse. As Killian gets back into the ring. Riptide onto Jesse. Does not knock him out. Kick to the midsection. Rear sleeper onto Killian. Trying to wear him down. But he punches his way free out of that submission. Even with this being KO only elimination, there has been many times where it's been a solid knockout after passing out from the pain. So don't know which way to be knocked out is worse. So Demonia with the clobbering blow to the back on Killian. Hoists Killian above her head. And just lets him drop onto the mat. Goes high risk. And Killian able to roll out of the way, but then gets caught by Jesse. Fisherman Buster onto Killian. Grabbed from behind. Jesse dumped onto his head with that German suplex by Demonia. She gets whipped onto the ring apron. Shot to the face. Shot to the face. Jesse with the drop kick sends her to the floor. In comes Killian. Shot to the face. Shot to the back. Springboard drop kick onto Jesse. Demonia rolling back in as Killian planning on going high risk. Goes after Jesse with the chops to the chest. Overhead suplex on by Demonia. Turns her attention to Killian as Jesse rolls out. Leg caught by Killian. Slammed under her face into the knee shot. Killian sent into the ring. Flying crossbody. Hey, Jester! Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day, a good evening. Shot to the face on Jesse. Demonia with the elevated belly to back suplex while Killian comes back into the ring. Superman punch to the face, dropping Demonia. Gets caught by Jesse. Was maybe thinking that jackhammer, but ends up Killian ended up going out the back, dropping down onto Jesse. Takedown on Demonia. Lock up. Yeah, the one Khajiit is Clinton McCleary, Jester. Demonia rolls out. Slingshot did not connect on Jesse for Killian. But he comes firing back nonetheless. Clothesline. High kicks and strikes to the face. Dumps Jesse onto his head with that German suplex in the corner. Jeez, Jesse. Jester. Hip toss on Killian by Demonia. Demonia. Springboard into the sliced bread onto Killian. Sends him out of the ring. Missed to the... I don't know Jesse did a missed to anybody. He just did a miss to the face on Demonia. Yeah, she's not going to be too happy about that. Nor will her husband Mason. Jesse with the jackhammer. Still no knockout. Demonia rolling out as Killian going after Jesse. Drops him with the lung blower. Blocked by Jesse. Has Killian set. Going for the jackhammer. Demonia back on in. Gets dropped with the Northern Lights suplex by Jesse. But yeah, I did not know Jesse Jackhammer ever did a miss to anybody's face at all. Out the back goes Killian. Chop block to Jesse's knee. Demonia with a shot to the face. Whips Killian onto the ring apron. Grabs that mannequin arm. Changes her mind. Punch to the face on Killian. Shot to the midsection. Sunset flip bomb to the outside. Kick to the midsection. Riptide onto Killian. He's been knocked loopy, but not enough for a knockout. And then she tries to whip that damn traffic cone at Jesse. Now a switcheroo by Demonia trying to get a shot to the back. He's firing in return. Goes for a submission to try and get her to not. Yeah, she's tapping out, but that ain't gonna help none. That ain't gonna get an elimination. Killian sent across the floor. Jesse going back in. Picks up that mannequin arm. Cracks Killian over the head. Demonia with a kick in the midsection on Jesse. Riptide. Still no knockout. All three definitely sustaining a lot of damage. But it's good. And that power slam onto Killian. Demonia knocking out Killian. It's down to herself and Jesse. Well, now you got just Demonia to root on, Kasara. But at least it was Demonia that took out Killian. Jesse with the chops to the chest, blocked by Demonia. Kick to the midsection. Lifts up Jesse. Power bomb. He's knocked loopy right now. She goes for the mannequin arm. And that swing with the mannequin arm does it. Both eliminations taken by Demonia Nightwalker. You're a winner. Exactly, Kasara. I would think. At least it was family that took him out. Congratulations to Demonia. Next up, Jose Blanco taking on Brandon Cuevas in a 2 out of 3 tables match. Coming out first at 5'11", 240 pounds, from Jersey City, New Jersey, the masochist, Jose Blanco. Kasara, given what she thinks is a proper reaction to seeing Jose Blanco after everything that's been going on with the House of Ruin. Hey, Lita. Good to see you, sis. You were in action a couple matches ago in that triple threat with Jeff and Joshua. Coming out next at 6'9", weighing 275 pounds from Newark, New Jersey, the rebellious soldier, Brandon Cuevas. Okay. No problem, you know. Jose starting us off. He's a shot to the face, kick to the midsection, return. This is a 2 out of 3 tables matchup between Brandon and Jose. Brandon dumped onto his head with that suplex. Jose with a takedown on Brandon. Springboard moonsault connects. So it was Jester that drew you out of the shadows. Okay, Lita. Noted. Shot to the midsection by Brandon. Multiple strikes. Springboard elbow to the face. Kick to the side of the head on Jose. And then with the stomp to the arm. Puts the boots to him and shot to the face. Double axe handle to the face. And then wrenching back on the arm. Then eats a knee shot to the face with the Kamigoye. Action taken to the outside. Jose up on Brandon's shoulders. Jose, guess he's been in that particular spot before, able to have it well scouted, elbowing his way free. But he gets sent back on into the ring. Elbows to the midsection on Brandon. Springboard kick to the face on Brandon by Jose. Stomp to the arm. Puts him in the rings of Saturn submission. But Brandon able to punch his way out. You gotta put your opponents through the table, but you can definitely do some damage in order to wear them down enough to be able to put them through one. Brock splash by Jose does not get a connect with Brandon. Double foot stomp onto Brandon, connecting. Table now in the ring. Set up by Jose. And the flapjack through the table. One fall in favor of Jose Blanco. Trying to make this quick, going through for another table. Heads back on in. Lock up by Brandon. Into the ropes. Shot to the midsection on the return trip from the ropes. Sent them into the corner. Sent him face first. Clobbering blows to the back. Now wrenching the arm through the ropes. Boot washes to the face. Into the corner. One final one to the face. Now he's cracks Jose in the face. Not even decided not to set up the table just yet. And looking for another one. When there's one in the ring, but I guess not enough wood in that ring. And take it however you like. Brandon eyeballing Jose. Elbow to the face, kick to the midsection from Jose. Sets him up. Out the back is Brandon. Jose sent across the floor. Brandon thinking high risk, but changes his mind as he sees Jose go back into the ring. Gets dropped onto his face. Jose raining the punches to the face on Brandon. Then putting the boots to him. Block. Brandon firing back. Sent him into the ropes. Then spears him. Maybe he's going to set the table up? Yep. Will he be able to tie things up? Reversal by Jose into tornado DDT as he was being scooped up. Started to walk Brandon towards that other table, but got countered. Superman punch to the face of Jose by Cuevas. Whips him towards the corner. Clobbering a shot to the back. Oh, drops the knee onto the knee joint in the corner on Jose Blanco. Resets up that table. Is he going to be able to tie things up? Driving the knee to the face in the corner. Oh, for fuck's sake, Lily. Just like your dad, taking my shit literally. Whatever comes out of my mouth.
Response to her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that is it. Jose Blanco getting the win.
Boo.
To many chagrin. Other than, except for Emma. She was probably somewhere lurking, happy that he got the win. Kasara raining the booze down on this live chat. No doubt. Next up, triple threat, pin only. Sunshine Marigold, Mrs. U-Taker, and Melina Black. And Kasara rooting on her mama, Mrs. U-Taker, of course. Coming out first, at 5'6", weighing 136 pounds. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, she is one half of the Wolf Moon Intergender Tag Team Champions, Sunshine Marigold. announced earlier on CRW. Rose Tagaya, 3 weeks along carrying twins. So that shall be quite the blessing coming up when she ends up bringing them into the world. But coming out next at 5 foot 6, weighing 190 pounds, from the outer circles of hell. Friends and family call her Tiny, but you can call her Mrs. U-Taker.
Now the world
And
is
Kasara's
still.
eating in the
It's just
It's just one of those things when it comes to babies.
trapped inside my head, feeling numb, and there's no song to sing to save me from.
After this matchup, it will be Isabella versus Kasara U-Taker in an Extreme Rules 2 out of 3 pin submission only matchup. Main event being inside Hell in a Cell, 30-minute Iron Man triple threat between Colton Richards, Riker Lancaster, and Paul U-Taker. But our final competitor in this triple threat, at 5'4", weighing 120 pounds, from Wichita, Kansas, she is the reigning Total Eclipse champion, Melina Blanc.
If you close your eyes, your life a naked truth revealed. Dreams you never
Hey, baby
lived
girl.
and scars never healed. In the darkness, light will take you to the other side. Find me waiting there, you'll see if you just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. If you just close your deceived by my eyes, and all I was told I should see. Opinions not mine, the person they taught me to be.
Bro, simply that. Sunny going after Tiny. Series of shots to the face. That's about to scrub the neck. But Tiny, better than she is, fighting back. Eats some up kicks to the face from Melina. And Sunny going after Melina. Melina with the Hurricane Rana into a pin attempt on Tiny. Kick out right as the referee's getting into position. Like a pop-up punch on Sunny by Melina. Turns her attention to Tiny with the elbow strikes in the midsection. Gets dropped onto the back of her head by Sunny. And Tiny was maybe going for a stomp to the leg. Got a kick in her leg in return. Sunny coming in with the traffic cone. Gets dropped with the springboard kick to the face. Tiny with the scoop slam onto Melina. Well, now you do have a family that loves you literally from to death and back, Arya. Melina with a series of kicks, ending with a knee shot to the face on Tiny, springboard elbow to the face, cover, kick out at 1. Melina set into the corner. Lock up between Sunny and Tiny. Sunny tried lifting her up, but Tiny out the back. Double team by Tiny and Melina. Dropping Sunny under her face. Tiny gets whipped into the ropes. Superwoman punch to the face by Melina. As Sunny gets back into the ring. Melina. Set up on Tiny. Lifts her up, but out the back with the chop block. And Sunny looking to whip somebody with that traffic cone. Gets knocked out of hand by Tiny. Sunny with the kick in the midsection. Sets up Tiny up against the ropes. Wrenching on the arm. And then gets cracked in the head by Melina with the mannequin arm. Shot to the face on Melina. Tiny with a punch to the face on Sunny. Aria, you have been taking too many tips from your dad. Too many tips from your dad, Atticus. Because I have heard many a time of him trying to get free ice cream for dying 3 fucking times. Double Russian leg sweep. Cover on the Sunny. But Sunny able to kick out. Yeah, better idea, Tomer. Just get her ice cream now, and she'll be fine. Sunny lifting up Tiny. Drops her onto her head into the cover. Kick out at 2. Okay. Melina coming into the ring with Janice, not able to utilize it. Gets drops Tiny at, I believe, busting her open with that leg lariat. Now Sunny with those jabs to the face of Melina. With the bionic elbow. Now Melina busted open. Sunny with the cover. Kick out at 2. Standing moonsault onto Melina. Whipped into the ropes. Gets dropped to hold. And then Superwoman punch to the face on Sunny. Kick out at 2. Oh. Sunny whipped into the ropes. Boot to the face. Melina now for the cover. Kick out at 2. Tiny with the shovel in hand, not able to utilize it. Gets assaulted with a bunch of offense from Melina, having to roll out. Now Melina driving the knee into the thigh muscle of Sunny. Sunshine getting back to her feet. Slingshot drop kick gets caught. But Melina, with a quick recovery, series of shots with the ending with the drop kick. Now multiple kicks to the back of the leg on Sunny. And Tiny. Nice arm drag. Shot to the face by Melina though. Has Tiny up. Knee shot to the face. Goes through the cover. And she's eliminated Mrs. Newtaker. Holy shit. It's down to Melina and Sunshine Marigold. Stomp to the leg by Melina. That is a big elimination for Melina. Sends Sunshine into the ropes. Gets caught. Shot to the midsection. Melina slam face first into the corner. Shot to the face. Sunny with the stomp to the chest. Grabs Janice. Cracks her over the dome. Melina's already been busted open. Sunshine with the cover. Kick out at 2.
That's just how Andromeda is, Arya.
Jab to the face. Sunshine with them really hitting it with them jabs. Bionic elbow. Same bionic elbow that busted open Melina. Cover. Kick out at 2 by Melina. That's because that's how Andromeda is. It's part of having such a big heart and it taking things to heart when the way you try to help out goes wrong for whatever reason. Even if it's not your intention for it to be that way. Trion's the reason things went so awry. Andromeda's ability to help.
My biggest fear when it comes to Andromeda is after what happened with Arya, if she's faced with the same type of situation again, is she even going to be willing to actually take action, or is she going to hesitate because of what happened to Arya?
Thinking that she's going to end up in her mind failing again.
Or costing somebody else their life.
Yeah. Right now, this is an ability to trust oneself in order to continue to help regardless of when things go wrong. That's what's a big issue with Andromeda. Things went wrong in the absolute worst way, not what was intended, and now it's a matter of trusting oneself to be able to help someone out again. Melina walked towards the corner, face first to the turnbuckle. Melina went into the ropes, leapfrog. Up. Did not connect how she wanted, but then Melina comes by her back, dropping her face first, busting open Sunny. Boot to the face into the cover.
Kasara pretty much has it down to a T.
And your winner is Melina Black. Congratulations to Melina.
Melina's on a roll lately.
Hell yeah, she is. Yeah, Arya. Andromeda was born with a pure heart, and yeah, she has that selflessness that is evident in this very evident in this family, where when it comes to the ones you love, you go to literally the ends of the earth and will literally burn yourself into non-existence in order to bring them back from the absolute hell that they can ever experience. And yeah, we tend to bleed mentally, physically, and emotionally for the people we love in this family. Next up, 2 out of 3 pin subs, rolls. Isabella taking out the family taker.
Unfortunately, Kasara, she has not. From what I know, she grew up in Dragon Vela, basically in secret, hidden most of her life for her first 6 years. Moved to the island with Tomura when she was 7 and was only there for a year before the island sank. and she was captured. So no, I don't think she has ever had a Christmas before.
Yep, with what happened with as far as her birth parents, her adoptive parents, now her now having adoptive parents, and then everything in between. Yeah, she's gone through more than what one should ever go through as a child. Sounds familiar. But moving on. Isabella taking on Cassandra. And Blake professing his love to Arya. Aw, how cute. Coming out first, stop by before weighing 110
You think
pounds.
you know me?
From the Garden of Eden, Isabella. The Beyonce of one Colton Richards, who's in our main event for tonight. Having quite the test on her hands. Going up against no one.
On this day,
Closer and closer to better. Sorry, you take her.
a better place than a broken dream, and we'll leave it all behind.
I think that's why you relate to her so well, Kasara. Because of what you and Killian went through before coming here with all of us.
Of course, Clinton. Whoever pays him the most for the
There's that next there.
and her opponent coming out at 5'6", weighing 130 pounds from the outer circle of hell.
All my life they told me
Kasara,
that I
you
couldn't.
take her.
Dreaming every night they told me that I shouldn't. Told me that I should've
Like I
quit,
said,
that I'll never
after
finish
this,
it,
in our
that I'll
main
never reach the
event,
top, and no one knows that I
triple
exist,
threat
but I
inside
kept
Hell in a
climbing,
Cell, 30-minute
kept
Iron
crying
Man,
every day, and I
Colton,
kept writing
Richards,
everything I
Riker,
had to say. Now
Lancaster,
they wanna shut
all
me
you
up,
take
shut
her.
me in, shut me out. Yeah, I'd be mad too if someone made me
And
shut my
Arya
mouth,
pulling
but it's different. When you
that
never
one for
had
the
a
win.
voice, when no one
That
ever
one
listened, so
choosing
you
to
never
get
had a
Arya
choice.
Umbrella.
Never had a
You're
path, only people
quickly
along the
Arya.
way. Never had a mask or a reason to be fake.
There's a
All you had
lot
was
of
you
times
and
you're
a
gonna
reason
be
to
quite the
succeed. All
family
you
in
had
it.
to
A
do
lot
was
of
keep
people are
believing
gonna
in
be
the
like,
dream. All you ever knew
"Feel
was
free to
being
win."
weak and on your knees, but you're only gonna lose if you don't learn from your defeats. Yeah, gotta make the world know my name.
Takedown by Kasara. Stomp to the arm. Both 2 out of 3 pin and submission. Falls count anywhere. Yep. There have been so many examples of why being of the same bloodline doesn't automatically make you exactly family. It just simply is blood relation. Exactly that. Love and loyalty makes you family. Whether you share the same blood or not. Pretty much. Kasara flips over Isabella, stomp to the back of the leg. Hops on that ring apron. Springboard. Looks like going for a springboard drop kick. A little short of the impacts on Isabella. Isabella with a series of strikes into arm drag. Shot to the face. goes to the cover on Kasara. And I believe in a past match, Colton even got went one-on-one with one Kasara used to take her. So again, it's the younger generation trying to test themselves. I guess those with more experience. Barbed wire bat knocked out of hand by Kasara. Battling on the outside, Kasara sent across the floor. Up kick to the face by Isabella. And as stated, Arya is gonna be able to be with family for Christmas, not just because of the holiday, but that is the time where Colton and Isabella plan on getting married. 2 count on Isabella. She kicks out. Kasara eyeballing Isabella. Kick to the midsection by Isabella. Another one. And from the vertebraker position, dropping Kasara under her face. Cover. Kick out at 2.
That was sweet of you, Rose.
Well, the attire those two, Rose and Lily started off with
Hey,
had
Storm.
like some type of magician's theme to it, so that's kind of cute. They ended up just shape shifting into their old attire from what first starting out. Welcome to the stream, Storm. You were in action earlier tonight, taking on Azrael in the Underground. So you were in the second match of the night. For my next trick, I make a pretty dove to dance with my sister. Too cute. Kasara, with those double axe handle, those clotheslines, knocking down Isabella. Flying shoulder tackle into the corner. Kick to the midsection. Scoops up Isabella, slams her down. Kasara up top. Flying elbow does not connect. Isabella gets out of the way. Grab from behind. Kasara dropped under her back over the knee. Stop to the spine. Isabella going for a submission. Shades of her soon-to-be husband, Colton. Both of them know this particular submission. Sorry, able to fight her way free. Set up into the code of silence. Isabella able to fight out in an elbow shot for good measure. Showing some major fight in her. Kasara slammed down into a submission, wrenching on the head and neck. First fall in her favor. Kasara whipped to the outside. Isabella propped up top, looking to fly. And looked like she was maybe going for a drop kick, possibly, but did not connect on Kasara. Underhook maneuver, dropping Isabella under her head. Cover. And Kasara ties it up. Elbow to the face by Kasara. Blocked by Isabella. Then massive punch dropping Kasara. Isabella with the setup. And I think she's been watching the Goddess of Pain, going for that gory style neck breaker. And that is it. Holy hell. Your winner is Isabella. Damn. Oh, yeah. Congratulations to Isabella. Hold on one moment. One of the cats busted coming down in. Ugh. And now for our main event. Triple threat inside Hell in a Cell. 30-minute Iron Man pin submission. And I'm a door lady again. We got the other baby coming on in. Ugh. Coming out first, step back at 11,217 pounds from Dallas, Texas, Colton Richards. Austin Cross pulling this matchup. Coming up next. Coming out at 6 foot even, weighing 222 pounds, from Dragon Bella, Riker Lancaster. This is going to be one hell of a matchup. Basically, the veteran in all of this, who will be our final competitor in this matchup, going against two who are still plenty early in their development of their own careers. And our final competitor.
Checkmate, you don't wanna test me. I will go to my toes and my
I'm not to the
knees.
ring
I said
at 6 foot
checkmate,
10,
you don't
weight
wanna test
320
me.
pounds,
What a
coming out of
wrestling,
Triple
that's what I
L.
take.
The Eric Darkness. Paul Baker.
That's what I take deep. That's what I take deep. I dig deep and all you can't teach it.
me a
Putting
moment.
in the work
Not
where
just a
y'all
showdown on
dreaming.
board.
I'm scheming, I'm bleeding. Can't count me out if I'm breathing. Not afraid to lose it all. I don't give up, I give it all. Won't let the work be in vain. I push myself through the pain. When I'm up against the ropes, when I'm down without a hope, when they knock me off my feet, that's when I dig deep, that's when I dig deep. When I've had all I can take, when I'm just about to break, and when no one else believes, that's when I dig deep, that's when I dig deep. I said checkmate, you don't wanna test me. I will go to my toes and my nosebleeds. I said checkmate, you don't wanna test me. What a wrestling, that's when I dig deep. I dig deep like I'm digging a grave, like I'm trying to get paid, like today's the
Breaker by Paul. Breaker with the back kick to Paul. Crap turned around from behind by Riker. Drops Paul face first on the knee. Colton with the grapple from behind on Riker. Sends him across the ring. Paul has Colton up. And Colton able to fight off the shoulders. Sends Paul flying out of the ring. Takedown onto Colton. Only a 1 count with that pin attempt. Lion crossbody by Riker gets caught in a roll up. And busted up at 1 by Paul. Double DDT by Colton and Riker onto Paul. Now Riker with the up kicks to the face on Colton. Lion elbow by onto Colton. Leg capture suplex by Paul onto Riker. And Colton dropping Paul onto the mat. Springboard splash onto the spine. Shot to the face on Paul. Poison Rana by Colton. The face by Paul, grappled from behind. Dumps Riker onto his head with that underhook German suplex. Northern Lights suplex onto Colton. Paul getting dropped that leg lariat by Riker into the cover. Kick out at 1. Back inside the ring. Riker with a takedown on Colton. Cover. Busted up by Paul. German leg capture suplex by onto Colton. Drop kick to the spine on Paul by Colton. Riker dropped onto his face. Paul now going after Colton. Clothesline. Springboard cutter by Paul as Riker's looking for a weapon. Cover. 2 count only, busted up by Riker. Paul lifted up Riker. Razor's edge. No. Has Colton up. But Colton with that Hurricane Rana into the cover. Reversal. First fall in Paul Utaker's favor. Double foot stomp by Colton onto Riker. Oh. With a Hurricane Rana of his own. Now the double axe handle to the face of Riker. Riker sent flying out of the ring by Paul. Colton back in. Paul winds up the arm, but needs a shot to the face. Takedown into a kick to the face on Paul by Colton. Paul working on the arm of Colton. But Colton back to his feet. Now Riker going after Colton. Sends him into the ropes. Nice combination. But ends up getting choke slammed by Paul into the cover. Kick out at 2. Gets knocked down by Colton. Legs wrapped up into a reverse figure 4 onto Paul. Before the referee could get a submission, Riker with the busting up that attempt. Northern Lights onto Colton. Shot to the face on Paul. Paul returning the favor with the strike of his own. Top to the chest. Leg wrapped up in the ropes. Colton going after Paul. Drops the elbow onto the chest. Gets dropped by Riker into the cover. And he's now on the board. Tied up between Riker and Paul. Riker with the kick in the midsection. Lifts up Colton. Drops him with the lung blower. Then gets dropped by Paul. All knowing when to pick his opportunities. Has a hold of the legs. Drops him back first onto the knees. Backslide into a pin. 2 count only on Paul for Colton. Shot to the face, dropping Paul by Riker. Colton turns his attention to Riker. Drops him with the gutbuster. Beckoning Paul to his feet. Through the ropes with a flying shoulder tackle. Turns his attention to Riker. But Riker with a shot to the face. And sending Colton out of the ring. Taking the opportunity to go for that cover on Paul. Kick out at 2. Big knee lift to the midsection on Paul. Series of forearms and elbows to the face to Paul, but gets dropped on his face by Colton. Kick out at 2. Thought Paul was gonna end up busting up that pin attempt, but didn't have the wherewithal to do so at the time. Gets set of having to knock down and having to roll out of the ring. Cover by Colton. And Colton gets on the board. 3 ways high at the moment. Riker with a climbing blow to the spine. Riker gets into the rope, but caught by Colton. Close to the midsection. Boot to the face. Riker was possibly going to be dropped into the suplex, but fighting off Paul into the cover. Kick out at 2. Grabs a light tube, but changes his mind about utilizing it. Then, with that tilt-a-whirl maneuver, dropping Riker on his face, going right after Paul. Drops him with a neck breaker out of the corner. Colton, kick to the spine on Riker. Snaps the leg back. Goes after Paul. Springboard drop kick onto Paul by Colton. Whips him into the corner. Sliced bread onto Paul into the cover. And busts up by Riker. And Riker just dumping Colton out of the ring to the outside. Colton getting back to his feet. There's Paul in the background looking for a weapon. Sends in a table. Goes back into the ring. Riker and Colton battling in the back half of Hell in a Cell. Oh, Kasara, you are I get what you're trying to do. Oh boy. Let's see if your methods work, Kasara. Because I think I know what you're doing. Colton brought back to his feet by Paul. Uppercut to the face. Colton gets sent into Riker. Then sent to the floor by Riker. Colton firing back with a shot to the face on Riker. Sends him back into the ring. Turns his attention to Paul. Gets busted open with that jawbreaker. And Paul's been sent right through Hell in a Cell. Now Riker and Paul headed up to the top of Hell in a Cell, and looks like Colton and Riker are like, yeah, no. And decide to fight on the floor. As Paul is like, hey, it's not too bad up here. And he's like, alright, I'll just come back on down. As Riker decides to go back on up. Make up your minds, kids. Maybe in retrospect trying to wear Paul out because he's the veteran in this situation. Well, Paul continued on the way up, and what the hell? Are you just trying to run Paul ragged? Not going up and down and up and down, and now you're finally going head to the top together. Now, Colton and Riker battling on the side. Colton going to the floor. Oh my gosh, I don't, maybe this is just strategy of both parts. Like Paul try to get rile up Paul as anytime he goes to the freaking side of the roof. They go up and down and try to run him ragged. Well, now Riker working on Paul on the top of the cell. Oh, jeez, Cassara. Now all three battling on the top. And yeah, I don't give two shits about the pretty lights. Thank you. Superman punched to the face by Riker onto Paul. Tell him get out your yard. Damn it, Cassara. Riker with the shoulder breaker onto Colton. Then a stomp to the leg on Paul. Less than 15 minutes in this matchup now. Knee shot to the face by Riker. Paul getting dumped onto his head by Riker with the German suplex, then the lariat. Riker, then the series of kicks onto Colton, ending with the knee shot. Colton firing back. Scoop slam onto Riker. Goes for a knee drop and ends up eating steel. Paul going for a guillotine choke. Ain't gonna count up there. But he's got plenty of tricks up his sleeve to wear down his opponents. Riker drop face first onto the cell. Tombstone pile driver by Paul onto Colton. Riker going after Paul as he's trying to work on. Oh, jeez. Yeah, and Paul just got tossed to the top by Riker and is splayed out on the floor. So right now it's just Riker and Colton on top of the cell. Still a three-way tie between our competitors. Come on, Paul, you don't want to be called a grandpa again, do you? My God. Paul getting up and heading back to the top. This is his damn family's playground. He ain't gonna be trying to lose in this one. And now it's Colton's turn to fly. Okay. Yeah, there he is, splayed out on the floor. This is pretty much a theme in our family. We try to learn how to fly, going off Hell in a Cell.
Do a flip next time.
Oh, God. Really? Really? You're lucky we have necromancers in this damn family. I swear. Riker slammed onto the top of the roof. Now Paul hooking up them arms, driving the elbows into the spine of Riker. And motherfucker, if you get all pretty lights on me again. Ugh. I don't know, maybe he's just one of those kind of people who sees something shiny, just have to have everybody else see it too. Don't care. All I care about is my competitors in this matchup. Riker has to hold the Colton by the scruff of the neck. Blocked by Colton. Kick to the midsection. Underhook suplex. Going for a second. Going into that underhook suplex, underhook face buster combination, but got busted up by Paul. Oh, Jesus! Tombstone Piledriver was on Riker, but both Paul and Colton go down onto the mat. Cover. 2 count only for Paul. Jeez. Yeah, that Tombstone Piledriver was on Riker, but it was Colton and Paul going through the damn roof. Cover. On Paul, busted up by Riker. Seems like unless you get the competitors want to climb down, it's through that damn roof. That is how you get them back in the ring. Reverse figure 4 and Colton breaking that tie. 2 falls to the 1 fall of Riker and Paul. And eats a shot to the face by Paul for that one. Paul getting taken down. Riker going for the cover. And he ties up between himself and Colton. Double axe handle onto Colton. Goes through the cover. Busted up by Paul and referee getting knocked down. That's another theme with our matches too. Paul calling for Riker to get back to his feet. Winds up and forearm to the face. Now has Colton. Drops it with the choke slam into the cover. And he ties it back up. Everybody at 2 apiece. Riker has Paul up. Knee shot to the face. Now Colton has a hold of Riker. Goes after Paul. Puts him in a seated position. I don't know exactly what he had in mind, but Riker busting it up right off the bat before Colton could even get going. Now the cover. Riker taking the lead at 3. Less than 8 minutes in this 30-minute Iron Man now. Dragon twist cutter by Colton into the cover. Kick out at 2. Ripcord shot to the face on Paul by Colton. Gets set into the ropes and out over the top to the outside. And Riker, what are you stuck there? Is that just your special place to stand around? No, he finally moved. Jawbreaker to Colton. Grapple from behind by Paul. Shot to the face on Riker. Uppercut shot. Eats a kick to the midsection by Riker. Now Colton going after Riker. Sends him, whips him to the floor. Turns his attention to Paul. Sends him into those steel steps toward that back half of Hell in a Cell. Sends Paul gut first into those steel steps again. Riker setting up that table that was introduced by Paul earlier in the matchup. But Paul and Colton still battling within the cell, but on the outside. Are we done already? Riker whipped to the floor. And Paul and Colton in the ring now. Colton lifts up Paul, but Paul able to shift his weight to drop down onto Colton. Goes for the cover. Busted up at 2 by Riker. Riker getting whipped into the ropes by Paul, but Colton going for the reverse figure 4. And Paul not tapping out, and it's also getting busted up by Riker. Riker in the lead right now. Trying not to let either of them tie things up and catch up to him. Knee shot to the face by Riker on Paul, but then gets speared. And Colton going for the pin on Paul. Ties it up with Riker. Misses that springboard drop kick towards Paul. Catches the leg on Paul. Riker with the dropping Colton face first onto the knee. Paul with the knee shot to the face on Riker. Series of maneuvers keeping Riker under control. Double knees to the spine from Paul. Lock up between Colton and Paul. Paul drop base first. Turns his attention to Riker. Riker weevil wobbling on the floor right now. Colton now locking up with Paul. Sends him over the steel steps. Now it looks like they're coming to consensus in that damn corner. I don't know, but all three weevil wobbling like they're just exhausted. Now, Riker with the uppercut to Colton. Duck in the punch to the face from Colton. Uppercut to Riker. Just trading shots. Now Paul grabs hold of Colton. Sends him into the ring. Just follows on after Colton. Shot to the midsection, shot to the face by Riker. Has Paul up. Knee shot to the face, turns his attention to Colton, seeing him get back into the ring. Gets whipped into the ropes. Wrapper from behind. Shot to the back on Colton, sends him into the ropes. Superman punch to the face. Riker with the cover. And he's at 4 falls. With Colton at 3 and Paul at 2. Riker has Paul up. Knee shot to the face. Turns his attention to Colton. Covered by Riker. And a 5th fall in favor of Riker. Less than a minute left. Springboard kick by Colton. Oh, double team by Riker and Colton on the much bigger Paul Utaker. Now turning on each other. Riker with the series of strikes. Saito suplex. Shot to the face, dropping Colton. Less than 20 seconds. Sends Colton into the table. Drops him right through it. Now having to deal with Paul. Paul lifting him up. Slamming him down. And that is it. Your winner of the matchup is Paul Utaker. Riker Lancaster is your winner. Yay! Welcome officially to the family, Arya. Thank you, everybody who stopped into the live episode of Lifeblood, whether for a minute, hour, the entire broadcast. Much appreciated. Appreciate everybody who will be catching this on the replay. This is the only stream for BMWF for the week. You'll start off fresh for next week.
She's
Monday.
talking to you. You'll need to actually click her name to.
Let's see if I can find it.
I said you'll have to click her name.
Yeah, and it says go to channel. Well.
Kasara, I've been saying that about Paul before he became a quote-unquote old man.
I love the logo, sweetie. I love it.
But yeah, we'll be back after the Christmas holiday for more BMWF.
As well as more CRW, which will start off for CRW's pay-per-view at Nightfall on the 3rd. So, thank you, everybody, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your evening. Good night.
Later.